Hello everyone. So today I'll be talking about channels and select statement, right? For this video, I'm going to assume that you are familiar with channels and Go routine, and you're just trying to see how channels work with select statements, right? So this is a channel, right? This is a channel that we have here, a buffer channel to be specific. This is a Go routine that we're executing. And also, this is how you write to a channel, this is how you read from a channel. Now, in this case, what we are doing is very simple. We have right here a function that we are going to execute as a Go routine that is going to be right into this channel, right? And we also have another function. We also have another function that is going to be reading from the routine, right? So it's going to be reading from routine. Our main function is going to be reading from the routine. But in the reading, we are going to be using a select statement. So in this case, I'm simply saying that a select statement allows you to wait on multiple channels. Right? Let's say I'm trying to wait on multiple channels, and based on the one that returns first, anyone that returns first, I'm going to take an action on it, right? I can so this is going to be like case, right? And I'm using this with a continuous for loop. Now, what happened is that after I execute this go routine, and it's right into the channel, wait for 500 seconds, and I don't really see the point of these seconds. I just put them for some weird reason. Now, right into this channel, right, and this one waits for something to show up in the channel. And once it's able to read, it's going to run this particular statement, this particular print line, right? So select block basically until any of this returns, it's then the one that returns first, it's going to execute the statement under it. In my case, if the channel returns first, right, it's going to actually print what was returned from the channel. Very simple. Now this is an inbuilt function called after, and the time, right? So what it simply does is that if it's going to wait for the specified duration, as you can see here, and after that specified duration, it's going to return the channel, right? So it's going to return the channel, which is going to meet the requirement of this, therefore causes this part to be executed. And it's being used so that we don't wait forever on a channel. Let's say this channel for some reason never gets to the point that it's going to um, return a value from it. So that means this is going to block forever. So this one is used to break that situation whereby after the specified duration, if this channel hasn't returned, this one is going to return, right? And is going to meet requirement of the select statement and execute. And in my case, what it simply does when it executes is it prints out the loop has ended, and it goes to this block, right? Continues like leaves this block, right? Just break out of this block. Boom. Now that's it. If you want to run it, if you run it, basically, it just does the usual. Yeah, that's what it does, right? But this is not the point of this video. I don't really care about this point. How is this being used in an application? So I'm going to show you. Let me share my screen on how some of these um, is being used in application, right? So let me share this. All right. So if you look at this, for example, this application on GitHub, right? It's making a channel of booleans, right? And in this channel, it's going to it's for test. I realized something. Most of the selects are being used for testing, right? For testing cases, right? Then they close the channel, as you can see here, right? So basically, this particular go routine executes, and while it's executing, it'll wait for input from this channel, and it waits from this channel, then anyone, if anyone returns, it continues its execution. That's it. Nothing major, nothing interesting. Now let's look at this one, right? This one is it's, I would say it's much more involved. It's much more involved. As you can see, a lot of channel is being used here, right? As you can see, um, a lot of channel is being used here. This one, it's it's wait for it. It's wait to read to read from this channel. If it doesn't, if nothing happens, blah blah blah. It's the one that anyone that returns false rather. If this one returns false, it simply returns like, we're done with the execution. Yeah, that's what happened. So, but if this one returns, it simply execute this go routine and return basically. So yeah, as you can see, this is how select and go channel are being used together in the real world. Right, so you can explore that code on GitHub if you want to really know how this thing works. Yeah, so that's it for today, and I will see you very soon.